This world is doomed. Cities like Gotham will grow to resemble hell breaking through the sidewalk, continuing up into the sky. Structures will grow to blot out the sun, and the people who live in them will be choked by the pollution they create. Eventually, when no space remains, this world will die, struggling for breath as man's mistakes nail the coffin shut.
These are the first words you hear when walking down the decrepit tunnel leading towards the entrance to Wonder City. A tunnel with bodies hanging on meat hooks and pipes filled with the green, gooey glow of Lazarus. It wasn't always like this. At one time in history, Wonder City was a gateway, quite literally, to theoretical immortality. At least that's what Ra's al Ghul wanted. Ra's al Ghul arrived in Gotham more than a century ago. Even at that time, Gotham was a crime-ridden place. Ra's would tell everyone that he could provide a greater future for everyone, on the condition that they give him a deed to the northern portion of the city. Ra's stood there as the Gotham citizens laughed at and mocked him. However, when Ra's threw down more gold than any of them had ever seen in their lifetimes, they suddenly took him very seriously. With the deed to the northern section of the city, Ra's built Wonder City, and a formidable figure that would one day be deemed Wonder Tower. Mechanical guardians would watch over the city, protecting the inhabitants while secretly grabbing lawbreakers and executing them in the shadows. Wonder Tower loomed over the city, a monument to prosperity. However, known only to Ra's and his engineers, Wonder Tower was a massive lightning rod, capable of supercharging the Lazarus Pit, making it able to cure any ailment, even death. Ra's only needed to wait for the perfect moment to test his theory. Months would pass. The residents of Wonder City would continue their day-to-day lives until it became abundantly clear that the effects of Lazarus was quite literally driving the inhabitants insane. Ra's failed to fix or even acknowledge the glaring issue with Lazarus. So the Gotham City Hall acted, and Wonder City was quarantined and declared a public health hazard. Soldiers would drag the inhabitants kicking and screaming out of their homes and into Arkham Asylum. Ra's al Ghul disappeared, and as years passed, Gotham would continue to grow and build new neighborhoods, eventually completely covering Wonder City, leaving it all but forgotten. A couple years later, Ra's would come back in need of the Lazarus Pit. His army would begin mining and the streets would collapse, but this did not deter Ra's, and he would force them to keep digging until he finally reached his end goal. Wonder City nowadays is a broken, rundown, and just dilapidated city. You can still see the remnants of a city that was once thriving, a city that never needed to worry about sickness, pain, suffering, a city that was built on the back of Lazarus, a chemical that, when ingested, could completely rejuvenate a person, healing them completely. You can see posters for the mechanical guardians that never sleep, baby strollers with skeletons beside them. You can see run-down stores, and they act as a physical memory of the city that was doomed from the start and will ultimately be forgotten forever by the Gothamites. Thank you for watching this video.